Have you ever felt overwhelmed? Like you really need someone to just lean on, or not even just don't talk, just listen to me. I've been in that place many times, and I've sort of learned how to build a support system around me. And so, in this vlog, I want to share with you that journey of how to build a support system around you, because let me tell you, having the right people around you is a game changer. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's good to have you. If you're new here, wow, welcome to the family. Where have you been? Yeah, I wanted the entire October to be about self-mastery, just to master yourself and how to do life for yourself, because if you master that, you're good to go. And the first thing I want to talk about is a support system, because no man is an island. And you know, I can do good, but if I have you and the next person supporting me, I can go so far. So the first time I realized I needed a support system was when I got married. Because before that, I was alone. First of all, I'm an only child. So for a long time, I was used to doing things just me. If I got a challenge, I'm like, how can I sort it? How can I figure it out? And so because of that, sometimes you don't share with friends a lot of what's going on around you. People are shocked. What do you mean you went through that last year? You didn't tell me. You're like, I didn't think you needed to know. So I went by okay. But when I got married is when I realized, oh wow, first of all, I don't know everything. Second of all, I need a community of people who've done certain things before me, who can guide me. Third, it's just hard to figure things out in the beginning when you're just married. And that's when I started to build my community. The second time around where I really shifted having a support system was when I became a parent. Nobody tells you that when you become a parent, you will stop having that thing of, I don't want people in my home. I don't want someone around me. Friend, you need the support. And so if you don't like people in your space, that gets thrown out, because you constantly need people around you. As your children grow, as your children evolve, as you maybe some people transition back to work after 3 months, generally, you need support as a parent. You haven't had a child have colic, and you start calling every single mother you have in your WhatsApp, on your phone. You're like, hello, what did you do? So generally, you need support. The third time that I felt or I feel I need support is as a growing woman, because now my goals have changed, my ambitions have changed. I now need like new friends, a new set of support, coaches, mentors, people who guide me through life. And as a growing woman, I need a different set of friends. I need the type of friends where we like hang, we emotionally support each other, we laugh through life, we know how to take a break. I don't know how to explain it to you, but there's friendships at this age that are different. Like, you don't need to know the history of where they went to school, but like, you just want to sit down and laugh about life and laugh about things you want to do and then go. I know it's weird, but you'll come to that level. So I feel like in those 3 points, I found that I needed a support system. And I mean, most likely you're also at a place where you need a support system around you. So there's 2 ways you need support. First of all, there's that obvious one, which is the emotional support. You want someone to listen to you. You know, sometimes somebody calls you and they don't want to start saying, even me. Shh, just listen to me. Let me rant. Let me cry. Let me say everything and get it off my chest and say thank you. Sometimes I want you to empathize. I mean, for me, when I want empathy, I don't call my husband, because he's going to say, then what happened? But also maybe you, hey, I didn't call you to analyze. But sometimes I just want someone to say, sorry, oh, not so sad. You know, empathize with, feel pity for me. So that's sometimes the emotional support you need. Sometimes you want someone who has emotionally gone through the same problem as you, so that, you know, you can always almost feel like if you went through it, I can also. So emotional support. The other is the practical support, right? Because there's a support system that is in your house, making sure the house is clean, things are organized, your children are okay. Now that I'm here filming this, the kids are still taken care of. That's practical support system, you know, you're actually there. You're doing some things for me. Some of you will have maybe assistants or a team, people who actually make things work so that your life is still running without you necessarily doing the things. That's a support system. Now, it's important for you to notice these mistakes, because I made them when I was putting my support system along. In fact, I still make mistakes, but let's learn from the first one. The roles. Some of you, listen, I have so many friends and I have so many acquaintances. You know, there's people who say, I know Flavia, but we don't mean we are friends. But we know each other, right? I've gone through things where the person I've leaned on the most is not even in my inner circle. It's just that they were equipped for that. They've either gone through it before, they've experienced it. I know Caroline Motoko says, don't call me to be your mentor if I'm not in your industry, because I don't know your industry. You know, you're calling me in oil and gas. I'm a content creator. What am I going to do for you? So sometimes you're asking people to support you when they're not equipped for it. Okay, so that's the first mistake I made. I assumed every friend of mine equals support system, but they don't know how. They don't know how to be a support system for you, okay? The next thing is to not have clarity on what I need help on. So I'd be so confused, but then I'd call the person to support me, then I'd even confuse them more. Because they'll start advising, then I'm like, that's not what I wanted advice on. They're like, but it's what you complained about. I'm like, yeah, but it's not worth it. Just first figure things out for yourself and say, I'm calling Halima because I'm trying to figure out how did she get that job after, you know, like specific. I know you're going to tell me, but Flavia, when you're depressed, when you're crying, when you're confused, you don't have things figured out. It's okay. But eventually, after like the first 5 times we cry, please tell us what you want. Like, how can I actually help you? Like, we were crying the first 3 weeks. Now what can I do for you? Otherwise, we're going to keep crying until the year ends. So have what exactly do you need people to support you on? So I'll tell you where the confusion for me was. It was never the emotional support. It was the physical, practical support. The people around me, the teams that were helping me, I would never actually brief them on exactly what I want. And then I would turn around and complain that they're not doing the thing for me. But did you tell them? Did you say exactly where? I'm like, no, just help me. That's so generic, because my version of helping you may not be your version that you need, okay? Me, I may think organizing all these cups in the same direction and plates is what you want. And you're like, you're wasting time. What I wanted help on was for you to carry the baby, but you didn't tell me. So it's important for you to be very clear on what you want, okay? So the other thing that I need you to know is to manage expectations. And that's actually, expectations is another vlog, but for this support system, there's one thing to come to me and you're sharing what you're going through. And then my assumption is that you need me to advise you. Just theory, we talk. Oh, you know, sorry, do this, do this. And then the whole time you needed financial support. You're like, why is she talking? Give me money. And then other times you're talking, I throw money at your problem and you really need me to just listen. Other times I come to you crying and everything and I want you to listen, and then you start advising. So people never really give us what we need. So I want you to manage expectations. Hi, I'm going through something really tough and I wanted you to maybe listen, and you need to bounce off someone. So are you able to give me a listening ear? That's nice, because then the person already knows what you expect from them. Hi, I'm going through something really deep in my relationship or in my life right now, and I'm short of money. And I mean, there's a lot going on there, and I really don't want to go through it, but I really could use, you know, I know your problem is money. The other problems are there, but what you need from me is money. Hi, how are you? I wish I could just do lunch with you. I'm going through something right now, and I need to be distracted. I need to laugh with someone. I need to do something that's beyond just me thinking about my problems. Are you available for lunch? You see, I already know you're looking for a comedian. Let's go, let's eat, let's scream, let's shout. Yeah, and then you leave feeling lighter. But now, you want me to make you laugh and be happy, but I've come starting to advise. Now we're both crying at the lunch. So manage expectations. Tell people exactly what kind of support and help you need from them, okay? So let's recap. So you figured out you want a support, you need a support system, because no man is an island. You figured out the mistakes not to make. Please be clear on what you want. Be clear about the expectations from the other person. And of course, please give the burden to who can actually handle it. But also, as you navigate this, I want you to remember that there are 2 things that if you forget everything I've said, remember these 2 things. Choosing who to lean on and when to lean on them. Yeah? Choosing the right person, you've understood that, I mean, you may have 10 friends, but not all the 10 friends are equipped for every single situation in your life. Sometimes I really love you, but the situations I'm going through in my professional life, you're coming to me always bouncing off because for you, you've won here, you've gotten a job here, you've gotten a project here, and I'm jealous. I love you, but because of the life I'm currently experiencing, I'm not able to be happy for you. And you're coming to me needing the support of, Banage, let's go check this out. Let's go celebrate. I can't celebrate with you. Read the room. I need like 30 more days to fast, you know? So yeah, choose the right people for each situation and each support. But then when to lean on them is important. I mean, if you've got a friend who's depressed, who's got their own issues right now, no matter how much they love you, they can't be there for you, man. So choose when to lean on the certain people and choose when to ask of certain people, because you're going to end up getting annoyed. Carl, I thought we were friends, but when I needed you, you were not there. You're being selfish. Did you think about the other person too? Did you think about it was the wrong time to lean on that person? I remember when for me, I was postpartum with the children. I'm like, I can't be your friend. Even if I've promised you that when you ever need me, call me. This is not the year. Okay? Because I'll be a bad friend. So choose when to lean on them and choose who to lean on in what situation. I hope you've kind of figured out that you do need people, you do need a support system. But until next week, bye-bye.